Hi everyone. Let me start off by introducing myself. My name's Brian. I'm not very good at shooting videos, mainly because I have a face for radio, but I'm probably going to be stammering, stuttering, and stepping all over my tongue during the course of this thing, so please bear with me. What I want to do today is show you my all-in-one angle tool, and it's used for measuring your wheel diameter, guide bar height, and the projection distance on your knife jig to get the desired angle you want. I use this in conjunction with a program called CalcApp. It's free online. I'll put a link to it in the description. You enter your wheel diameter, you enter your desired angle and your projection distance, and it will give you the calculated bar height from the top of the wheel to the top of the bar. It was written by Curtis Womack. He did a great job on the program. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right, Curtis. I highly recommend using it if you're using this tool. In fact, I recommend using it if you're not using this tool. It's really well written. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started. The first thing you want to do with this tool, and the reason I designed it is because I've tried using traditional tools to pull all these measurements, and it was really hard to get consistency with them. But if you loosen up the wing nuts on the back, just enough for the slide to be able to move freely. Just clamp this thing around your wheel, close the slide up. Make sure that you're sitting square on both parts of the wheel. And I always like to go in the center of the shaft so I'm sure I'm getting the widest point of the wheel. And this thing is showing me I've got a wheel diameter of 216 millimeters. It's pretty wore down. So I'll come over to Curtis's calculator and I'll enter 216. And you can either use this tool to measure your projection distance you already have, or you can use it to set your projection distance. I typically go with about 139, 140 millimeters. So I'm going to set that at 139. And if you notice the slotted hole cut right here, that's for the collar of the jig to set into. So I'll lay that in there. And I also use the bar to square up the knife blade. If you look at this right here, you can see that my knife blade is a little out of square in that jig. I don't know if you can see that or not. There we go. So I'll just give it a twist in the jig. And you can see there it's squared up now. A lot of times you'll have to loosen this a little bit to take pressure off of the slide bar. If you're doing production work and you don't want to have to keep loosening this and moving it, and you're going to be setting all of your knives at a certain projection distance, you can remove the wing nuts, and I've made this piece on the back to where it's removable, so it'll be close to your blade but won't actually touch the blade, so you can kind of eyeball it, make sure you're square, and make sure your projection distance is right. But with my 139 millimeter projection distance on a 20-degree angle, it says I need a USB height of 90.04. Now this tool goes in 1 millimeter increments, so I'm going to set it at 90 because that's close enough to 90.04. And I'll use the bottom teeth of the tool to set that. And if you look at the tooth over here on this side, you'll see that it's split with the edge of the tool. And that's so when the tool's in place, I've got a recessed area down here as well that's half the diameter of the shaft. So you just hang the tool over the support bar and put that flat up against the shaft coming out of the side of the wheel. And then I keep a little bit of pressure on the side, and I just use the micro adjust nut to raise the support bar until the tool slides over on top of the wheel. So now I know I've got that 90 millimeter from here to here. And by having this up against the shaft, you also have that imaginary straight line through the center of the wheel. So I'm going to go ahead and sharpen this knife. I'm probably going to fast forward through this part so I don't bore you completely to death. And I'll come back when I'm ready to polish. Hi everybody, welcome back. I went ahead and switched over to my Japanese water stone because nobody wanted to watch me fumble around with that. One problem I've had sharpening at farmers markets or gun shows was when I was trying to polish out a blade, I was using the Sharpie technique, and it was a lot of hit and miss because of the different diameters of my stone. I was adjusting the bar up, down, doing test passes to see if the Sharpie was gone, and I lost a lot of time doing that. Using this tool and Curtis's calculator takes a lot of the guesswork out of it. So I'm going to go ahead and get a measurement on my water stone here. And I'm showing 233 millimeters. I'm sorry, 223 millimeters. And you know, that's about a 7 millimeter difference in what my other stone was. So that's going to make a difference on the guide bar height. So I'm just going to come over here to the calculator and put my new stone diameter in, 223. Projection distance, everything stays the same, but I know I need 89.15 millimeters on my guide bar. I always start with the bar a little low. I like to start low and then raise it. That way when the tooth slides over the top of the wheel, I know I'm there. My eyesight's not the best, so just trying to see when the tooth contacts the wheel. Sometimes I'm off. I'm going to set this about 89. Again, 0.15 of a millimeter. I don't think it's going to be that critical. Who knows, it can make all the difference in the world. Go ahead and put pressure on the side of the tool and start raising the micro adjust. There we are. Tighten that down and go ahead and get started. Okay.
I've just made a few passes with the water stone. You can see there that the water stone matched up pretty good with the previous bevel. And it's
Pretty much it, everybody. The all-in-one angle tool. Thanks for watching.